Welcome to the Talk About Logan Show. I'm your host, Lee McKenzie McKinnon. Our special guests today are a band that have partly come from Logan, but are based in South East Queensland. They're about to drop a new single, and they've just recorded their first music video. Tailor Made Rejects. Welcome to the show, guys.
Rejects, 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 rejects. We're going to do it in every interview. It's going to happen.
So, just recorded your first music video.
Yes, sir.
How's that going?
It's pretty awesome.
Amazing. We really enjoy it.
Yeah.
The experience.
Great day.
Yeah.
I think
I'm tired.
yeah,
Oh, it was a long day.
The build up was crazy. We'd spent like 2 years, I think, behind closed doors just working on this project. And Fading Colours, the single, was a song, maybe like the second song we'd written. So we've had that in our repertoire for like a long time. And we finally were like, okay, we're going through the list and we're like, this is the song. We need the perfect person to do it with. And yeah, that's when we met Aaron. And Aaron has done a fantastic job in the music video. So we're very, very excited to show people what we've been working on. It's going to be amazing.
And that's coming out on the 19th of November.
That's right.
That's correct.
That is right.
And your song that you chose, what's behind the song?
So that's probably a Ryan question.
Yeah.
Okay, I was passing it over to the guys. I'm like, I don't want to own the interview. I don't want to answer everybody. I guess it's me. I'll do all the work anyway. No, so I mean, for Fading Colours itself, we like it's when you're thinking about a first single for a band, you think what kind of captures the entire vibe of the band. You don't want to release something too heavy because then everyone's going to think you're a heavy band. So if you release something light, that people like with the heavy stuff. So we had to sort of have that medium where it was like tone-wise through like lyrics and tone-wise through the style of music and the riffs we were playing. It was like what captures the Rejects as a band. And we sort of decided that Fading Colours was that song. We decided that it's got great riffs, you know, a very riffy, heavy band, great melodies, you know, great message. So that was why we think it just captures us and the vibe of the band completely.
And how do you describe your type of music?
I'll pass this on.
That's interesting.
One. We're pretty strange.
Yeah.
I'd say like we're very alt rock, but we also have like a bit of like pop punk kind of influences. But then we also have like these weird kind of 90s and like even 80s kind of metal influences coming through, with like some guitar riffs and even just weird sections of the songs. So we're a bit all over, but just alternative rock is probably the easiest way to describe it.
Alternative rock
So
with
no one
melodies,
gets confused.
Yeah, I'd say
heavy guitars.
Yeah, I'd say we fit in the vein of like Foo Fighters. I'd say we're kind of like if we were to say do a show with the Foo Fighters, it wouldn't be out of place. You know, so something like that. Yeah.
And as a group, who writes all the songs? Is it a collaborative effort or?
I like this question because I mean the consensus usually is that I take predominantly the skeleton of the song. So I'll sort of write something out. We're all amazing musicians in our own regard, but I'll sort of like hone in what this song is the skeleton or the tone or the sound of the song is going to be. I write the skeleton and I try to keep it as simple as possible so that because these guys are really good at putting the meat on the bones, if that makes sense. They I just bring them anything and they're able to turn it into something magical. Every now and again, Nathan will send me something that will stick with me so hard that I'll have to write an entire song, take a day off work and just write an entire song. So it is like that. But each of us, it feels like we're actually at a point now where when I bring something to the guys, it's like, it's done. Like we already know exactly how the song is supposed to go. There's rarely ever times where I'm like, hey, do this instead, because we're already on the same page most of the time. So, yeah. Yeah,
like Ryan will send us like, not even like the full song, he'll send us maybe like a minute and a half, like verse, chorus, intro, whatever. And then we'll probably listen to it, read the lyrics to it and be like, oh, maybe we should change it. This part for here and then make it quieter or maybe at this part it needs to go to like a bridge or it needs to go to a build or something. So in that aspect, Ryan gives us the skeleton and then we collaboratively come together and go, oh, we should tweak it in a way to make it work.
And we test it in the practice room and see how it goes and make decisions on the fly when we
So have you written songs that you've just gone, no, not going to use those?
Yes. We had one. I want to touch on one in particular. We had one in Collective Lair early on when we were a band. We had one called High Speed Love, and we're probably going to bring it back someday. And I kind of want to talk about the song for a moment because I actually really love the song. But we wanted to.
Everything.
Yeah.
There's a reason I don't bring the cowbell to practice anymore.
That's right. It was the one song you could cowbell for. So we write predominantly, and I'm sure this is one of the questions you're going to ask, but I'm going to preemptively answer it and then probably answer it a second time. Predominantly what we write about is like, in a love and trying to sort of like bring yourself from whatever phase you're in now to a phase where you can, be proud of the things that you're doing. Because there's a lot of times I think everybody in the room can relate and everybody watching can relate that like you go through periods of your life where everything seems like you're making the wrong moves. And I want the Rejects, and I'm sure I speak on behalf of everyone, where I want you to listen to Rejects and know that like there's people out there that have suffered through that too, but keep going. And that's what a Tailor Made Reject is. Somebody who fails and keeps going. So, yeah.
So you believe a lot of emotion from your lives is what influences the songs and the lyrics?
100%.
Very much.
So to touch on High Speed Love for a moment, High Speed Love was the one where we didn't do that. High Speed Love was about and so I'll censor myself because that's so it was one of those like how do you say it?
Let's try and
Motley
be
Crue in the 80s.
Yeah, it was like we're trying way too hard.
Yeah.
Just way too hard to be something we
hard for
weren't.
the bit of a glammy, rocky
Yeah.
party sort of.
Where the story was about a girl that all of us were with. So we're like, okay, so we played the song enough times, and then we're playing like songs where we're like, yeah, believe in yourself. But then we just played that song, and it's like, this does not fit our set. So one day it'll be a B-side.
We played that song in the first gig.
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
We
Our
ended
first gig,
the
yeah.
first
We
gig with that
ended
song.
the gig with
Yeah.
that one, yeah.
So anybody at our first gig,
Yeah.
I'm sure you don't remember.
So you touched on it with your name. Just expand on your name, Tailor Made Rejects. Why, like, you're all from, a couple of you from Logan. One's from not even this country, Alex.
Zach? Yeah, he's from China.
We forget all the time.
So how did you guys all get together and how did you come up with the name, like in a deep way?
Do you want to do this one?
I guess, yeah, there's a lot to unpack in
So
there.
at the start, it was initially just going to be Ryan's project, and he hit me up probably this time 2 years ago, maybe give or take, and it was initially a project, and I remember Ryan saying this is a project he just doesn't want to run away from, so it was initially going to be called Ryan Valley, his like solo artist kind of deal, and I immediately signed on because I've known Ryan for ages, I've known his music for ages, and I still listen to his old stuff now. And then, stricken. I'm not stricken. What's the song?
Sickened.
Sickened. Sorry, disturbed was
Love
better.
Yeah.
Wait, I wasn't disturbed.
Yeah.
We wish.
And then when we all started becoming as a band, it didn't feel like a solo project at that moment. So we had to change the name. We had to become a band and not a solo project, and it became more unified than just Ryan leading the place. And then
The brainstorming, yeah.
That's right. To echo that, basically, on my end, I'd been through a pretty serious breakup with my last band that did not end amicably. Like we really ended on terrible terms, and it was like an actual breakup. You know, it was like I was really heartbroken and depressed for a while, and during that time, I wrote a series of songs. I was like, it's going to be the Ryan Valley Project. It's going to be 16. Everybody is they're gonna, whatever. So yeah, I'll take that again. Sorry, didn't mean to swear. We cut. So basically, it was supposed to be the Ryan Valley Project at that time, and I'd written a series of songs. It was supposed to be the coolest thing ever. It was going to be like, reinventing myself as a musician, a really egotistical, journey that I was on. And at that time, I was like, Zach had been to almost every Elena show and been such a supporter of that music, and always sort of been there to support me, and always was like, yeah, if you ever do a project in the future, hit me up. So I always had Zach in the back of my mind, like this could be the guy. And so when I hit him up and he was keen straight away, I was like, this is the guy. And then Nathan was the second to fall in line. Nathan and I have been friends for 12 years, man.
Yeah,
probably
about 12 years.
Probably longer. We've done one project together that was I considered pretty successful at the time, but we sort of strayed past and we did separate projects. And although we've had moments where we don't speak for a couple of years, it was always like we were still great friends. We just got super busy. And around this time, I knew that he was available to, like he had the time on his hands to do it. So I asked him to do it. He jumped in, and I mean, I had two people that I really trusted musically, and I was like, well, the third person, I want to be someone I've never worked with before. So I put my feelers out, and I got a bunch of videos back, and going through all of them were just like, people shredding, going super hard, and then this guy comes up and he's in. I'll tell the story a million times. I love it. He's sitting in his like bedroom or his studio, and he's got his hat down, and he's got his like amazing Les Paul, and he's ripping out this sexy blues riff, and I was like, this is the guy. This is my Tom Morello, man. Hell yeah, dude. And so immediately I connected with him, and I didn't even see his face, and I was like, you are the guy. Come to practice. And I was sold on him because he walked through the door with an esky of beers, like, there's the rock and roll. So I was like, he is the guy. And yeah, like echoing what Zig said before, at around that time, that's when I realized this is not the Rhine Valley Project. This is the Tailor Made Rejects. This is four guys that have been beaten down, rejected, treated unfairly in the music industry, looked down upon by most of the people that we have admired and respected for years. And it was about time that we proved those people wrong. So that's how we became the Tailor Made Rejects.
Well, I've seen the music video that you guys have done, and it's fantastic. So we'll just have a quick look at that right now. How awesome is that you guys did such a wonderful job there.
It was us? What was
Surprisingly,
that?
yeah.
Wow.
Apparently.
Believe it or not.
You in there.
wrote that song?
Yeah. I think the Zig was in there too.
So check out these guys, 19th of November, Fading Colors, the single. They're going to be dropping then. You'll be able to check out the video clip on YouTube.
YouTube. Everywhere that you stream video clips, that's where it will be.
All right, so thank you, Ryan, Alex, Nathan, and Zach. Tailor Made Rejects, guys. Check them out. Are a Logan band, part Logan band, and because I forgot the name of the show.